Sir, you can start now, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, my dear students. Good evening, my dear students. Once again, you all are warm welcome to the biological classes of the human welfare. Okay. Today, what we are going to discuss about, what is by pathogens? Already we discussed yesterday. The wide range of organisms can cause diseases in human. Such disease-causing organisms are called as pathogens. They only gives which one harmful effect to the human body or living organism. Such type of organism are called as what is that pathogen. Example: bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans, and helminthes, etc. Isn't it? See here, already we studied the study of causes and the spread or disease is called as epidemiology, and study of the causes of disease is called as etiology. Okay. Some important terms, what is by pathogenicity and invasiveness. Okay, invasive means nothing but the ability of pathogen to penetrate a host body is called as pathogen, even invasiveness. Toxigenicity. Toxigenicity is nothing but generate some type of what is that? Toxic substances, nothing but the protein molecules or some other endotoxin or exotoxin, depends upon their productions. Okay. And sources are reservoir. What are the sources? But how it will be spread? Okay. There are so many things is there, but particularly soil, water, and also the main carrier of this pathogeneity, otherwise called as virulences. Okay. Mode of transmission already we discussed. They are divided according to their disposable or transmission aspect, direct transmission and also indirect transmissions. Direct means already through the contact only. Mother to child, through the fomite, things of common uses. Example: soap, clothes, chair, handles of doors, utensils, etc. Airborne. Okay, so the airborne, like many viral diseases, droplet transmissions. Taken examples of COVID also is one of the droplet transmissions. And sputum and indirect transmission, nothing but there is a mediator in between the host as well the organisms through the secondary host. Okay, through the secondary host, otherwise called as vector or called as carriers. Okay, how the transformation takes place, the one of the host and also microorganism, there is a mediator is there, just like a pollinations. In between there is a mediator, then only the disease will be passed on to the host. Okay, then incubation period. What is meant by incubation? Time interval between the entry of the pathogen and appear the symptom is called as incubation period. Already but yesterday we saw it. Prophylaxis and preventive measures. Suppose any one of the disease or if you fall on ill, what will you do? You have to take a preventive measures. Okay, so this is called as what is that? Prophylaxis. After invading of microorganism, you will get the symptom. After that, you have to take some medicine. Then only you can survive. Otherwise, it will not survive. Suppose in severe cases, what will happen? It will lead to dead. Okay. Okay. Here, the father of medicine, who discovered medicine first, who stated the statement medicine? Hippocrates. he gave a scientific explanation of disease at first time. That's why they called as, which one? No, he's called as a father of medicine. The name of the scientist called as Hippocrates. Note it down. This is very, very important. Father of surgery, Susruta. Yesterday I asked. He used non-poisonous leeches. The saliva contained one of the anticoagulant substances. The anticoagulant substances is called as which one? You know, hirudin. In our body contain heparin. Suppose absence of heparin, what will happen? You know, lead to it will not coagulate. As a result, what happened? In a completely blood ooze out. Finally, lead to dead. Okay, this is the another category. And father of immunity. So many times they were asked. Okay, sometimes they may ask smallpox vaccine was invented by. Okay, Edward Jenner. Otherwise, father of immunity, Edward Jenner. Okay, likewise. Father of blood grouping, Carl Landsteiner. Carl Landsteiner, A, B, AB, and O. Okay, it's also considered that it is multiple alleles. Already you studied. But blood transfusion, because A group may transfer to the blood group A only, B only. AB receive all the blood group from A, O, AB like that. But O only, it gives any one of the blood groups, isn't it? AB only receive all the blood groups. That's why the AB is considered a universal recipient and the O group is considered a universal donor, particularly O positive. Okay. At the same time, suppose they may give the answers. They may give they may ask the questions. Which one of the universal donor? Okay. A, AB, O negative, O positive. Will you please? Which is the correct
negative
one?
Is the...
Yes, O negative is the correct answer. Suppose the answer is O positive is given also. What is that? It will be confused, isn't it? It is confused you. That's why you have to give a correct answer. The O negative is the correct one because the about the blood grouping, blood matching. Okay. Germ theory of disease. So this is very, very important. Louis Pasteur. Who gave the name? Virus is nothing but the poison. Who gave the name? Who gave the statement? The Louis Pasteur only. Father of modern bacteriology, Robert Koch, because he discovered anthrax, TB, and cholera. Okay, these are the things. Okay, next, chemotherapy treatment with chemical medicine. Chemotherapy is nothing but what is the chemical substances used for the treatment process. That's why it is called as chemotherapy. Physiotherapy, only the exercise. And radiotherapy, radiation, taken examples of gamma rays, alpha rays. For example, I am telling, but it is not correct way. Okay. See here, what are they? These antibiotics. Already we saw it. Okay, antibiotics. Antibiotics fight against many diseases. It's also obtained from the microorganisms. Okay, see that the substances secreted by microorganisms. Antibiotics also secreted by microorganisms that inhibit the growth or destroy other microorganisms are called as antibiotics. Okay, this term is given by Waxman. Note it down. This is very, very, very important. The antibiotics name was first given by Waxman. Okay, streptomycin, first antibiotics obtained from the bacteria Streptomycin gracilis. This is also which antibiotic first isolated. That means streptomycin. Streptomycin they only provide for the instead of penicillin. Suppose those who are not accepted. Okay, such type of people they can provide. Okay, streptomycin as a antibiotics. Okay, some examples are as follows. So once again, you should note it down. Chemotherapy, chemical substances. First one is called as which one in antibiotics. Antibiotics is nothing but the microorganism secrete some substances. That substances is also inhibit the growth of the another microorganism. So it is called as antibiotics. The antibiotics term was given by Waxman. Okay, and which one is the first isolated? Which one, streptomycin. First antibiotics obtained from the bacteria Streptomycin gracilis. Okay, it is also one of the coccus, isn't it? Streptococcus, streptomycin. Okay, and bacteriostatics. So, what are the examples of antibiotics? Bacteriostatic, tetracycline and chloromopenicol. These are the two examples of bacteriostatics. And bacteriolytic and bactericidal, that means kill the bacteria. See the one, streptomycin, ciprofloxacin, ampicillin. These are all what is that? Examples of which is an antibiotics. Not only that, and so many antibiotics also given, isn't it? Okay. What about the next ones? Analgesics, substances that relieves the pain. Analgesics, okay, substances or chemical substances that relieves the pain. Example, opioid analgesics, morphine, cocaine, codeine, codicin. So these are the two as an analgesics. Okay, and antipyretics, antifibrils, pyroxia fever, substances that reduce the temperature or fever for body. Examples, aspirin. Sometimes they may ask the questions. Aspirin's chemical name is called as, what is that? Acetyl salicylic acid. Note it down. Very, 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 very important one. Acetyl salicylic acid. Aspirin, acetyl salicylic acid. And brufen, already you know about. Suppose if you are playing any games, you are having the body pains, okay, doctor recommends which one? Brufen. And paracetamol, already you know, it is also one of the pain reliever only. It is not a cure. What is that? It is not easily cured the disease. Okay, it is a painkiller only. Paracetamol is also one of the painkiller. Tranquilizer, and also another, okay, sedative drugs. Sedative means what is it? It's induce the, what is it? Hallucinations. Okay, so these are all are antipyretics. Okay, these things already we see that sedative drugs, drugs that calm that subject without inducing sleep. So sedative, that means it's also take an example, sleeping conditions. Okay, calm the subject when you are going to anesthesia, like that. You know what about anesthesia? Suppose any one of the person suffering from any other diseases, or just like at open heart surgery, that time what happened, you know, some drugs has given for inducing the sleeps, not only the sleep, but particularly they will not feel the pain during the operations. Okay, here sedative means mostly they have given for the mental retarded persons, drugs that calms the subject with inducing sleep. Hypnotic drug, this is also similar to that of the one. Yeah, drugs that induce the sleeps. Okay, this is also tranquilizers drug, a drug that act as a reduced mental tension and anxiety without interfering with normal mental activities. The tranquilizer is one of the drugs used for the reducing the mental tensions. Some other persons, sometimes what happen now, I am very tensed one. Sometimes they may be tensed one due to some business or some other things also. Okay, even they will not sleep. So such persons, they were used, which one, you know, tranquilizer. Suppose you are not sleeping for 3 or 4 days, what will happen, you know? The mental retardation, that means your eye as well as the brain, it's not work properly. Okay, you have to take the rest, mental rest. That means sleeping is one of the best medicine of the mind. Okay, concentration and all those things. The antiseptic and disinfectants. Antiseptic, septic means already know what it is. Anti means prevention of septic. Agent that inhibit or kill the microbes on contact. Conveniently, agent used on the living surface are called as antiseptics. You know, suppose if you are suffering from any wound, you know, the atmosphere containing so many microorganisms, okay, that will be easily adhere on the surface of the wound. Okay, as a result, what happened, you know, it produce some, what is that? Pus. So, if it is open to the atmosphere, what happened? It will induce like that. Suppose you cover antiseptic substances or whatever it may be, while those, okay, So it will not easily penetrate. Take an example, so alcohol and Dettol, these things, okay, antiseptic substances. And while those used for inanimate object are called as disinfectants. Inanimate, okay, these are all are, what is a disinfectant. Antiseptics, nothing but the name, many alcohol, and also Dettol and soap also. Soap is made up of which one, you know, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide with vegetable oils or so, and animals fat. Antihistamine drug, already you know about those who are suffering from allergy, these drugs are provided. Okay, these drugs gives relief from the allergies by naturalizing histamine released from the rupture mast cell. Note it down, this is very, very important. Already Ajay told the answer, isn't it? Where the antihistamine secreted, you know, the histamine secreted from the mast cell. The mast cell where it present, you know, thymus gland. Note it down, this is very, very important. Okay, it produced the, which one, you know, ruptured mast cell. Ruptured mast cell produce which one, you know, histamines. So histamine is a dangerous one, allergy. It induces the allergies. So you have to take the antihistamine drug, then only it will be prevented. Okay, I think this session, the part 1 session is finished. Okay, we'll pass on to the next one is, which one, you know, part 2. See. So do you have any doubt in this area, my dear students?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Please follow it, then only it will be better for your identification, isn't it? So, okay, see. Next, the part 2. You will become a scientist. This is a lab. Okay. What we are going to discuss is pathology. What is by pathology? The science, the deal study of disease as well as the, what is that? What is by pathology? Disease and disease producing organism, isn't it? Okay. What about microbiology? The science, the deal study of the microbes only. Who is the father of microbiology? So this is the lab for just for your identification. Okay, this is the one of the method, streaking method. Okay, for the isolation of microbes or analytical aspects in the lab, particularly DMLT, Diploma in Medical Lab Technicians. Those who are studying the lab technicians, you should know. Okay, once you are a doctor, okay, what will happen? You know, one person suffering from a typhoid or whatever it may be, 1 or 2 days is you should observe. After the observation, it will not cure, you know, just go and give the blood analysis, urine analysis, and the feces analysis, like that. Okay, see the first one. First one, what we are going to discuss is communicable diseases. What are the communicable diseases? Already we studied, you know, they are basically divided into 4 categories, isn't it? Bacterial, viral, protozoan, and also last one is called as what, helminths. Okay, here we are going to study about that. These are the bacterial diseases. Before that, you should know. First of all, here, see here, typhoid, pneumonia, plague, tuberculosis, and also called as Koch diseases, diphtheria, cholera, leprosy, and also Hansen diseases. Sometimes they may ask the questions directly in this alternative form name, isn't it? Hansen's disease is caused by the name of the bacteria. Whooping cough and lockjaw. Okay, so these are the tetanus, pertussis, and also diarrheal diseases. These are the bacterial diseases we are going to study one by one. Before that, you should know, already I told you, what are the things you should know, you know, in this area. First of all, which type of disease, whether typhoid, pneumonia, plague, tuberculosis, diphtheria, like that. First type of disease. Second one is causative organisms. You must note it down. Very, very, very important. Causative organisms. And then what are the symptoms? What are the symptoms? And fourth one is incubation periods. How many days? How many months? How many years? Like that. What are the incubation periods? And then diagnosis. How will you diagnose the particular diseases? and prophylaxis. Okay, these are the things you must note it down. You have to divide into 5 headings. Typhoid means what are they? See here, one by one. See, so here the table has given here common bacterial diseases. Okay, typhoid fever. Typhoid already in our world, but there are 4 types of typhoid bacteria present in. Salmonella typhic is the first one. Salmonella typhic is a cosmetic organism. Sorry, enter through the contaminated food and water. Salmonella typhi. Here A, B, and O and H also. 4 type of bacteria have been present. 4 type of typhoid fever present in it. Okay, this is very. We will discuss later, and chart is not visible clearly. Okay. Anyhow, I prepared another slide, what is that tabulation also. You can easily understand. Okay. First is done. Note it down. This is typhoid fever. Pathogen Salmonella typhic. Okay. How it will be enter food and water. And symptoms here, stomach pain, constipation. Okay. And headache. Sustained high fever up to the temperature 40 degrees Celsius, 39 to 40 degrees centigrade. Okay. Loss of appetite. Okay. You are not interested to eat the food. Intestinal ulcer. Okay. See, bradycardia and also perforations. Intestinal weakness detected by which type of test is known as Vidal test. This is also very, very important. Typhoid is identified or diagnosed by the test is called as Vidal test. Okay. This is very, very important. You must note it down. Typhoid fever, Salmonella typhic, which test. What are the symptoms here? Pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumonia. All are bacteria. Just note it down. You are studying only bacterial disease only. Streptococcus pneumonia. Early Diplococcus pneumonia also caused by Haemophilus influenzae. Droplet aerosol infection. Droplets means but it's just but the what is that? It can be easily spread through air when you are sneezing. Okay, the microorganism also what is that? It can be easily spread through droplets. Okay, as a result, what happens when it reaches a healthy person? Infection in lungs, difficulty to breathe, difficulty in breath, high fever, chill, cough, and headache. Okay, in severe cases, lips and fingers, nails may turn gray to bluish in color. Okay, why it happens? Due to the production of endotoxin substances, RBC, but that things also we will discuss. And plague, otherwise called as black death. So always called as, otherwise called as, okay, alternative called as, whatever it may be, plague, black death. Yersinia pestis. Early name is called as Pasteurella pestis. This is also sometimes they may ask. Now the disease is called which one? Yersinia pestis. Early stage it is called as what is Pasteurella pestis. High fever, headache, enlargement of the axillary lymph nodes, and also unconsciousness. These are the symptoms. Okay, tuberculosis already but it's nothing but the TB, isn't it? See, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, mode of injection, droplets of injections. What are the symptoms? Chronic cough, fever, weakness, and bloody sputum. What is my blood? Also sputum. Sputum is nothing but outlet, it's semi-solid. Okay, sputum is a nasal. When you are getting the cold, what happens? There is a small liquid, isn't it? Comes out. So white color. It is also one of the protein molecules. Okay, bloody. That means blood also comes out. Breathlessness. Okay, how will you treated these things? Treatment is dots. Okay, direct observation treatment, short courses, whether it may be 6 months or 1 year, like that. Maximum 3 years, I think. Okay, the investigation is called as Montauk's test. The TP is also identified. The course is called as dots. Okay, the test is called as Montauk's test. Note it down. This is also very, very important. In the diphtheria, Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, this is another one. Okay, see here, this grade with what one? Fever, difficulty in breathing. Investigation, which one see here. Okay, this is which one? The last one I couldn't see. Okay, so These things we will see the next one. See, and cholera. Vibrio cholera, the shape of the bacteria is a comma shape. Last time Ajay told, isn't it? Okay. So what will be the symptom? Diarrhea, dehydration. Dehydration means completely water molecules eliminated in the form of stools. Okay, outlets. And vomiting also, the cholera. Okay. Leprosy or the Hansen disease. Note it down. This is very, very important. Leprosy or otherwise called as Hansen disease. Okay. Mycobacterium leprae. Okay. Patches on skin, ulcer, and nodule formation in the skin, and also never hypopigmentation. This is also very, very important. Hypopigmentation. The pigment, the melanin pigment is completely degenerated. As a result, your skin look like a white in color, white patches here and there. Okay. And deformities actually the person, okay, having the disease, the person, the leg as well as fingers also, about. Okay. And ulceration and wasting of fingers. This is very, very much fingers and toes. Treatment, multi-drug therapy. This is also MDT, multi-drug therapy for leprosy. Sometimes they were used the cobra wax is the venom, isn't it? Cobra venom is one of the poison, isn't it? When it enters into the blood directly, it will death. It's also affect the central nervous system, isn't it? But sometimes they were used as which one, leprosy. Leprosy means the disease, cobra wax, the venom. It is also modified some other form. It cannot directly used. Okay. And then 8th one is whooping cough, otherwise called as pertussis. This is also another one. Cough means, continuously, what is that? Comes out. See that? Bordella pertussis. Bordella. Pertussis large bowls of cough. Continuously. Okay. And the 9th one is called as tetanus. Locked jaws. So you have the jaws, isn't it? We can easily move up and down when you are swallowing or eating food. But suppose it is not possible. Sometimes it happens due to the disease only. Normal person, it will not like that. Okay, Clostridium tetani, the name of the cosmetic organism, Clostridium tetani. See here, all the cosmetic organism has given in a italic manner. See here, this is Clostridium tetani. This is a genus name. This is a species name. When you are studying ICBN rules and regulation, that things also here remained here. Okay, see here. And sustained contraction of body muscles, spasm, locked jaws, unconsciousness, stretching of facial muscles. We cannot be able to stretch your faces muscles. We cannot move your jaw from up and down. Okay, due to this bacteria, Clostridium tetani. Diarrhea already there are so many microorganisms, harmful microorganisms present in the soil as well as the food. Suppose unexpectedly it entered in your body, what happened? Automatically it will lead to some of these symptoms. E. coli, otherwise called as Escherichia coli, Shigella species, and Campylobacter and Salmonella. These are all are considered it is diarrhea. Okay, food poisoning, mild and severe diarrhea with frequent usage of stools, okay, which may have blood and mucus leading to the dehydration. These are the symptoms as given in a table format, isn't it? We'll see one by one. See here, common, already we saw these things, all common human diseases, bacterial diseases, dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, pneumonia. Viral disease also already we saw. Common cold, mumps, measles, viral hepatitis, dengue fever, so on so. Fungal in protozoans also. Helminth disease, Ascaris flareus, isn't it? Okay. See, now we are going to see one by one very deeply. Okay, just to note it down, you have to put a small tabulation format. Then only it will be better for your identification or understand or remain. Take an example, bacterial diseases. Okay, first column you should know the serial number and put the disease name, typhoid. It is otherwise called as enteric fever. Typhoid is called as enteric fever. Which one is how it will be causes? That is cosmetic organism causes Typhoid is caused by a bacillus Salmonella typhi. Already we saw it in the tabulation. Commonly found in the intestine of human. Okay. We are having 4 type of which one you know? Typhoid. A, B, O, and H. Among these 3, A, B, and O, normally all the human being, what is that? Indicate the typhoid. Okay. But normal person, the H, it will not indicate. Those who are suffering from Salmonella typhi, okay, that person only, what happened, you know, the H, it will be indicated. So such person having the, which one, you know, fever only, because we are all are having 3 type of Salmonella typhi bacteria present in your body, intestine, but we do not have the, we are not sick. Okay. But when the typhic H is present, it indicates the diseases. Okay. When you are going to analyzed. Okay. Epidemiology. These pathogens generally enter the small intestine through the contaminated food and water. How it will be enter? Food and water. Okay. And migrate to other organs through blood. So epidemiology, how it will be enter, how it will be spread. Okay. Through the contaminated food and water, and also through the blood. It's also spread through the blood. Incubation period, see here, about 1 to 3 weeks. Already you know about when the fever comes, 1 or 2 days, it may be cured. Suppose if it is not a cure, it may be extended up to the 1st week or 2nd week. No, you have to take the blood test. So 1 to 3 weeks is the incubation period. Okay. See the structure of the Salmonella bacteria. See, it is nothing but the bacillus structure is. Okay, there are so many. Which one is the long one? The long one is called as whip-like structure, is called as flagella. Okay, see here, this is called as flagella. And what about the small hair-like structure is there, isn't it? This is called as pili. Note it down, this is very, very important. And also capsule, there is a outermost covering also present in it. Okay. And center there is a nucleoid, otherwise called as DNA molecule present. This is a structure of Salmonella typhi. Okay. Most of them they may ask, which one you know? Salmonella typhi is there. Which one you know? Cacus or Bacillus, or which one you know? Spiral or commercial, like that they may ask the questions. Okay. See, symptoms. Sustained high fever up to 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. Weakness of stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of appetite are some of the common symptoms of these diseases. Intestinal perforations and death may causes occur in severe cases. Typhoid, sometimes they will lead to death, because in the olden ages they do not know how to cure these diseases. Nowadays there are so many vaccination also came, isn't it? See, so severe cases lead to death. And how will you diagnose? Diagnosis already to typhoid viral test, typhoid, TY. Okay, Y is the second letter, W, XY, W. Okay, Y after W, the viral test. You have to remind the things. Remember at the time of examination, typhoid, viral test. Common one, positive drugs, the 2nd week. Okay, this is a very, very important thing. Prophylaxis, how will you prevent? Okay, see, proper disposal of human feces. How to dispose it, otherwise what is it's a separate septic tank, like that, you know. Proper sanitations, you have to clean the surrounding. Okay, TAP vaccine, TAP vaccine provide immunity for about 3 years. Okay, and typhoral oral vaccine. Okay, see, these are the, which one you know, prophylaxis steps you have to take. Then only the symptom completely relieved, the persons will be curable. Okay, go to the next one. These are the symptoms. See that typhoid fever caused by the Salmonella typhi bacteria, and first the fever comes and headache, both are same. Okay, automatically the abdominal pain also, and a weakness in your body, because what is that? Continually fevers, you will not take any food and water, whatever it may be. So this is the bacterial structures. See, by improving sanitation, ensure that the safety of the food and water supplies. You have to take water and hot in nature. And also proper vaccination is also very, very important, and also tablets. Then only it will be curable. Otherwise, it will be lead to some difficult. Okay. So this is the another things. See, it is also otherwise called as enteric fever. Why it is called as enteric fever? After the entry, what happened? A microorganism gave the symptoms. See, already I told you there are 4 types of typhoid fever is also present. Typhoid bacteria is also that. That means Salmonella typhi. Okay. See here, the A and B and C. Okay. And also another one is that suppose the A and B and C, they are all are called as paratyphoid. Caused by Salmonella typhi, and other group called as the paratyphoid A, B, and C. Salmonella typhi cause typhoid. Salmonella paratyphic A, B, C causes paratyphic fever. Okay, A, B, C. The food poisoning groups. These are all food poisoning one. Spread from animals to human beings. Causes gastroenteritis. Okay, septicemiasis, localized infections. Okay, so these are all are which one? It's also spread through the animals. Animals means what is that? Cosmetic organism is same. But it's also spread through the animals. When you are touching the dog or cow or buffalo or whatever it may be. Okay. So from the animals to human being, such type of fever is called as paratyphic fever. Okay. See the symptoms. This is the diagnostic entry fever. This is the test, vital test. Bone marrow, 90%. Okay. Urine culture. First urine culture, before that one, you have to do bone marrow culture. And then urine culture and urine culture here, first day. Feces culture, okay, and blood culture. So these are the steps. Vital test means what are the tests, what are the samples they were taken. Okay, so this is the step. Bone marrow, that means blood. Urine culture, already know very about. Feces culture. And then what is that? Blood culture. Final step is called as blood culture. And also these are the 4. Because first bone or blood. Again, also last one, how it will be the microorganisms, whether present the high amount or less amount, like that you have to analyze. That's why. Okay. This is according to their weeks. How many weeks of first week, second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week, like that. Okay. These are the important things. See, this is the vital test. How they are doing with the help of the blood serum or blood. Okay. See. And second one is pneumonia. The pneumonia is caused by a Streptococcus pneumoniae. The name of the bacteria is called as Streptococcus. Coccus means, it's a round, oval shape. See the word, second one. Epidemiology, infection by inhaling the droplets of aerosols released by an infected person. Suppose some of the persons having the pneumonia, okay, that person suppose sneezing it, what will happen? The aerosol comes out, isn't it? Just like a COVID. Suppose the healthy person crashed that way, what happened? Automatically to enter into the lungs. Okay, so it is an entry point. Released by an infected person or even by sharing glasses and utensils with an infected person. As a result, what happened? After the how many days it will happen? 1 or 3 days, the incubation period, the symptom will be arose. This is very, very important one. See then. This is the structure of Streptococcus pneumonia, coccus, round shape. Okay, see the structure. And so how it will be entered? See that this is the lungs, isn't it? This is also, about the alveoli. Inside there is a alveoli, air sac is also, and blood stream is also present. See, this is the microorganisms. This is the micro pneumonia. Okay, microorganism present in it. How it will be live? It is also focused in the magnified pictures, just to see it and understand it. Okay. See the next one. See coughs. See the lungs is there. See the normal air sac like that. Suppose if it is affected by the pneumonia, see that dots. These are all microorganisms. Inflamed. Inflamed is nothing but the swelling of air sacs filled with the fluid, pneumonia. Okay, as a result, sneezing comes out, the liquid as well as a microorganism also comes out. When it reaches a healthy person, she will also affect, isn't it? That is the symptoms. The same thing. Symptoms, see here, as a result, what happened once it enter in your body, 1 to 3 days, fever, chills, cough, and also headache. The alveoli get filled with the fluid. This is very, very important. This is the questions. Alveoli get filled with the fluids, leading to the severe problem in respiration. As a result, what happened? You cannot be able to respire yourself because air sac, when it free, you can easily get the blood. At the same time, it's also trap the oxygen molecules from the atmosphere, isn't it? Through the way of respirations or lungs, whatever it may be. Suppose a liquid is present inside, means it cannot be able to capture the oxygen molecules. This is also another one. In severe cases, suppose the pneumonia is severe cases, what will happen? The lips and fingers, nails may turn grayish blue in color. That's why I told you here. I told you when the pregnancy gal, okay, affected by this, which disease, the baby is called as what? The blue baby. Okay, due to the endotoxin, that is called as hemotoxin, because heme react with the which pneumonia producing some protein molecules. It react with the hemoglobin content. As a result, what happened? Actually, it produce what is that? Hemoglobin, isn't it? But in this case, hemocyanin is also produced. As a result, the baby look like a bluish in color. That's why the same symptom is repeated here. The severe case of the pneumonia causes rapid growth. The lips and fingers, nails, and it may turn grayish blue in color. It is also similar to that of the which one in the baby. Okay, during the time of pregnancy, the mothers also sometimes affected by food or water or whatever it may be, aerosols. Okay, how will you analyze it? See, prophylaxis. What will be the precautions? Isolation of infected person. You have to isolate the person from the normal one. See, this is the structures. This is the lungs, the alveoli. These are the microorganisms. See the structures. So these are all very, very important. Just to note it down, you should understand the things. That's why. Okay. Second one is also same. Okay. Streptococcus pneumonias. Same. Okay. So this is the normal one. This is the affected one. How it will be occupied the alveoli. See. And the third one is called as plague. This is very, very important. Plague, the cosmetic organism, already told you, it is caused by the Bacillus Yersinia. Earlier, it is also called as Pasteurella pestis. These are the two things is very, very important. Bacillus Yersinia. Epidemiology, human infection is indirect and inoculative. It is accidental after the death of the rat, that the rat flees, leaves the rat and bite and inject plague bacilli in the blood of human. This is very, very complicated. Suppose any one of the rat accidentally death, what happened? It spread some microorganism because it has so many microorganisms. It may be spread the things. Suppose it is bite, what happened? The bacillus also transfer from the rat to human body. Okay. And then head, louse, and bed bug. Okay. So sorry, this one is called, I think, bed bug may also transmit the germs from human to human, because in our body, the bed is so many small bed bug. Once it bite the affected person, okay, and also transfer to the another person, those who are going to the sleep. So what about the incubation period? See here, 2 to 6 days. 2 to all are days only. Some of them are comes month. But here the plague is also 2 to 6 days. Okay, what are the? So this is the structure of Bacillus Yersinia pestis. See the structure, Bacillus, otherwise called as rod shapes. Okay, so this is the structures. How it will be? See here, infected rodent. It introduced the rat fleas and also reach the human coast. As a result, the humans also affected. Okay, see, these are the things. See, flea. This is a rat. Okay, see that flea transfer to this cycle is also suffered. Enzootic. Enzootic means, what is that meaning? Rat to rat. Okay, transfer here. And rat to seeker mammals, any other animals like that cat. Sometimes they catch the rat or eat. What will happen? It's also spread through the food. Okay. Epizoic means, see here, and also these are all are focused on to which one, the human beings. Okay, this is called a peponic plague. Peponic means this is the flea. It reaches the human body. As a result, what we know, pneumonic plague is also formed. Severe cases lead to death. Once upon a time, now 1986, I think Indo, I think MP. Okay, MP. So it was affected. I think so many persons died at that time. See symptoms. The plague is characterized by a high fever, extreme weakness, enlargement of the lymph node, very, very important, called peponic plague. Suppose any person's, the lymph node is, what is that? Enlarged. That condition is called as peponic, which one, plague. How? Especially of armpit and groins, hemorrhages of the bronchi and lungs and the anemia. Armpit, just your armpit is also, which one, hemorrhages, small swelling like reddish like structure. Okay, and also bronchi and lungs and also anemia. Okay, these are the symptoms. Prophylaxis, how it be? Rat proofing of houses. Okay, you have to proof. Proof means you have to cover without rat. How it will be? You have to use the insecticides. Killing of rat fleas with the insecticides. Okay, this is also a very complicated one. Okay, yeah, Dhanalakshmi, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay, then why are you? Okay. See, yeah.
Not me, sir.
Okay. See, go to the next one. See, tuberculosis, simply called as TB. It's also called as coach diseases. Note it down. This is very, very important. Coach diseases. Tuberculosis sometimes called as, otherwise called as coach diseases. Causes, TB is the caused by Bacillus Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Mycobacterium, already know about that thing. Causative organism, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which may be attract any part of the body, but the most commonly affected organ or lungs only. TB means lungs. AIDS is a good friend of which one, TB. So it is the most commonly called pulmonary tuberculosis because lungs only easily affected. Okay, because it is also one of the, which one, airborne disease. Epidemiology, human infection is airborne disease and also droplet infection only. The healthy person, how it will be affected, infected TB, those who are affected by the TB. Okay, the microorganism easily enter into the, which one, healthy persons. How? Airborne, air as well as droplet infection. I think 90-second, I think it will be alive in atmosphere, air, I think, this type of bacteria. So incubation period, see here, it is 2 to 10 weeks during which the bacteria multiply and produce a toxin tuberculin. Note it down, which toxic substance produced by a Mycobacterium tuberculin. It's nothing but the protein molecules only. A tuberculin test is also called Montauk's reaction. Already we saw it, isn't it? Montauk's reaction. TP, causative organism, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. How it may enter droplets and airborne disease. How many days? This incubation period is 2 to 10. Okay. Produce toxin substance is called as tuberculin. How will you? The tuberculin test. How will you identify tuberculosis? That means the Mycobacterium present in it, it produces the toxic substance tuberculin. It was identified by the test is called as Montauk's reactions. Okay. So this is the, and that's it. See the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is the bacterial structures. See the rod-shaped tuberculosis, bacillus nature. Okay. So symptoms, pulmonary TB, pulmonary, you know what about this? Pulmonary, why it is called as pulmonary? Because blood veins is also present in it easily. What happened, swelling. Okay. TB is characterized by fever, coughing, chest pain, and bloody sputum. Bloody sputum is nothing but the blood. This also comes out. When you cough, the time the sputum is also comes out. Okay. So with the blood. Prophylaxis, such type of peoples you have to do. What do you have to do? Isolation of TP patients. There is a separate ward. Immunization of doctors and nurses. These are the two things is very, very important. You have to take a special care for this type of patients. So which vaccination they provide for this one? Just to go and check any one of the government hospital, BCG for TP, like that they told. What is my BCG? Bacillus calmette guerin vaccination. So you see, sometimes they may ask the questions, the mnemonic, the explanation or expansion aspects. BCG. The India, about 1.5 million persons suffer from TP every year. And okay, the number of TP cases is expected to double in the next few years. The government of India, GOI, has started a national TP control program to control the spread of TP. So sometimes they may ask them questions, which program, okay, which the government, the what is it, the plan, what will the program, like that, the government of India has started the national TP control program. Okay, so control spread of TP. So these are the things. Once again, repeat for you. Symptom already know. Prophylaxis, you have to isolate the person and to give the special care for the doctors as well as the nurses also for the immunization process. And what is my PCG? The TP suffered persons, they provide which one in a PCG? What is the expansion of PCG? Bacillus calmette guerin vaccinations. Okay, how many persons per year? 1.5 million persons each and every year. Okay, see, this is the double of that one. See the structures. This is also a bacteria present in the lungs. How it will be focused on the magnified structures. And then, so these are the symptoms. See that this is the bacteria. Okay, the stain is called as TP stain, is Jetton, Jail Nelson stain. This is also sometimes they may ask the questions, which type of stain they were used for the identification of the structure. How will you identify with the help of the stain is called as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. That means a Jetton stain. This is also very, very important one. See the number of microorganisms. See the structure. These are the dots. When you express here, it is also another point. These are the vaccination you have to take. See the structure inside. This is the structure of bacteria after the staining. This stain is the Nelson stain, you know, that stains look like these are the blue, violet color, isn't it? So this is the stain. This should note it down. These are all very, very important. Sometimes they will ask the question, which stain used for the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, like that. Jetton stain. Jetton is called a Jail and Nelson stain. Note it down, these things also. So BCG. This is the BCG injections. Bacillus calmette and guerin vaccinations. Okay, so these are all very, very important. See, and the law today we will finish it up to this level. Diphtheria. Okay, diphtheria. See that causes. It is caused by the bacillus. It is also one of the bacillus. Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Corynebacterium diphtheriae. The epidemiology, human infection is airborne. This is also airborne and also droplet infection, similar to that of the TB, pneumonia. Okay. And incubation period is also same, similar to the 2 to 6 days. Symptoms: diphtheria is characterized by the inflammation of the mucous membrane of nose, because it's entered through the nose. What happened, you know? Nose is what is the inflammation of mucous membrane, because we are having the so many mucous membrane in the stomach also, small intestine, urinary tract, and also the which one, you know, the nose also. What is the main use of the mucous membrane? You know, it traps the microorganism. It will prevent the microorganism entry. Okay. So as a result, the sneezing comes out. Okay. At the time the sneeze out, what happened? The microorganism also comes out, isn't it? So of nose, throat also, directly it enters the ENT. That means nose, throat, and tonsils. These are the very important things. In severe cases, the respiratory tract is also blocked, causing difficulty in breathing and even death due to shocking. Due to the diphtheria, okay, the mucous membrane completely, what is affected, means inflammation, swelling. So we cannot be able to breathe. Okay, because it is closed means what happened, you know, we will not easily, what is that? Respire. Okay. And it directly enter into throat and also nasal also. So it is lead to, what is that? Breathing, sometimes lead to death also. Diagnosis. Diphtheria can be diagnosed by the which test? Psychic test. SCHICK. Psychic test. This is very, very important. Diphtheria. D. Psychic. CD, like that. Second one, C. You have to remind that things at the time of the examination. So diphtheria is diagnosed by the test is called as which one, you know? Psychic test. Prophylaxis. Okay, prophylaxis. See here, diphtheria, pertussis, and also tetanus. DPT. This is also called as which one, you know? Triple vaccine. Note it down. This is very, very important. This is a structure of Corin diphtherium. Okay, Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, see the next one. This is the another enlarged manner, or otherwise called closed view. Okay, see. So the stain is called as Albert stain. Which stain is used for the identification of the diphtheria bacteria? No, Albert stain. Okay, you note it down. Very, very important thing. What are the stains they may be used for the identification of pneumonia, or like that? They may ask the question. See that. This is called as respiratory droplets. It is affected from the some of the infected person sneeze out. What happened? Droplets comes out, isn't it? When we are crossing, what happened? Automatically enter into the nose. Okay, when it reaches the tonsil or throat, here the growth. Here there is a which one, you know? There is a mucous membrane present in it. Okay, so as a result, it will grow inside and also enter inside. See, this is the throat infection. Here. So this is the yellow color, you know. So this is the throat infection, and also tonsil inside. Pseudomembrane formation is also takes place. Okay, pseudomembrane, that things also. See, this is the structure. See, your tongue look like this one. These are the things. Pseudomembrane due to the which one, you know? Pneumonia. Okay, Corynebacterium pneumonia. So okay. So shall I continue, or we will finish it up to this level? Hello. Shall I continue? Cholera. Okay, cholera only we will finish it. Okay. See here, cholera. Cholera already know about. It's one of the bacteria. Which type of bacteria? Already saw it in the match of the following. They were asked the questions in 2017. Causes. Cholera is caused by comma saved. Note it down. Comma saved bacterium Vibrio cholerae, and is more common during the fast and after the floods. Sometimes it occurs in the epidemic form. Okay, epidemiology. Human infection is direct and oral. Epidemiology, how the cholera is entered in your body, or normal person, you know, human infection is direct or oral nature. Symptoms. Cholera is an acute diarrheal diseases. Diarrhea, you know, it will completely. Okay, your stomach is upset, characterized by acute diarrhea, muscular cramps, risy watery stools, sunken eyes, shriveled fingertips, loss of minerals in urine, low blood pressure, dehydrations, and also severe cases lead to death. These are the symptoms. Those are suffering from cholera continuously, okay, sitting in the latrine only, okay, toilet, because diarrhea compulsory, it comes out with the watery stools, liquidity. Okay, so that time what we have to do, see here. So this is the comma-shaped Vibrio cholerae bacteria. So note it down. This is very, very important. Sometimes they will give the structures, which one is should identified. Okay, like that. They may ask the questions. Again, Vibrio cholera structure. There is a long tail-like structure, just like a worm, isn't it? See that. These are the another one. Okay, see that. See, what are the symptoms here? See that. Profuse watery diarrhea, completely. This a child, they may suffer. Okay, infants. Stomach pain is also. Leg cramps, sometimes mild fevers. Vomiting sensation always sometimes. Sunken eyes and also cheeks. Okay, see that eyes. Okay, and cheeks also. Having dry mouth with the extreme thirsty. See the tongue look like these structures. decrease urinary output. Output it will not come because the water molecules eliminated in the form of user and watery stools. So the urine is, the count will be less. 1.5 liter you have to excrete the urine per day. You have to secrete the 1.5 liter of saliva. You have to take the water molecule 4 to 4 liters, 3 to 4 liters daily. But how much you are taking? Okay, it's a very less. But at the time, it is very, very less in nature. Thirsty, having a dry mouth with extreme thirsty. When you are consuming more water, again and again, you have to take the water molecule, that type of thirsty. Okay, see that prophylaxis, use of boiled water and proper cooking of food. That is very, very important. Proper coverage of eatables, whatever it may be, fruits or vegetables or food or water or any other things, you have to wash and use it and boil and use it. And sometimes you have to properly covered with any one of the foodstuffs. Underground disposal of human feces. The outlet, you have to close it. And you have to take a cholera vaccination also. Therapy, the oral rehydration of therapy. What is the rehydration? Rehydration is nothing but the oral rehydration. Just when these type of peoples are supplemented by the doctors, which one, oral rehydration means glucose water, isn't it? Strips. Okay, with the saline with the, which one, glucose. Okay, the percentage also you should note it down. These are all very, very important. 25%, 40%, 30%, like that they were told, because according to their, what is that? Body weight and so on. So, okay. Oral rehydration. Hydration means what is that? Water present in it. Rehydration means you have to rectify the dehydrations. Okay. Water molecules completely lose out. What happened? Your body is also require water. How will you fulfill it? You have to add the oral suspensions, rehydration therapy. Then only that person, it will be comes out. So that's all about today. We will see the remaining on the next classes, my dear students. So today what we have to discuss, what are the diseases, bacterial diseases already we discussed. First one is called as typhoid. Second one is called as, what is that? Vibrio cholera and pneumonia. Okay, so that things already Korean bacteria, diphtheria, and also leprosy, that things also TP. These are the things already we discussed today. So remaining things of this, remaining things of the bacterial diseases, we will see the next classes. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, if you have any doubt in this area, please ask me. Tomorrow we'll start from which one, so the E, which one, that is called as leprosy. Okay, already we saw that these things. Okay, do you have any doubt, my dear students?
No, sir.
You have to prepare the tabulation format. Already saw it. Say one minute. Just I saw it. See here. I think that things prepare in the third one, I think. Okay, da. So thanks for your participation. Please concentrate and also remind it and study well again and again. Then only it will be better for your examination. Okay, practice it at least. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.